Assalamu alaikum, shalom Islam to all the Moors. So y'all check out, I'm in front of a Buddhist temple near the hotel I'm staying at in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Take a look at this. So the red and gold color represents fire. Of course, fire represents the sun. Y'all see the two columns that we're looking at? These are the equinoctial points. Okay, or since there are two statues here, now these are not statues of the four living creatures. It could be, I don't know, but it could be representative of the cherubs that are guarding the gate of the Garden of Eden. Y'all remember that story? The cherubs with the flaming sword. Is that a sword in his hand? No, it's not a sword. I thought it was a sword in his hand. So these are either the columns of Boaz and Jachin, right? Y'all, the covenant of grace and the covenant of labor. And you see in the center the building, red and gold, representing the sun. And I'm going to go inside. So the Buddha is that statue we're looking at here. So the Buddha in, y'all see the circle here? Y'all see the circle? This may be the sun. And then the orbits, I don't know. The orbits of the planets. In ancient times, I believe there's 6 orbits. Because there was no Neptune, if my memory serves me correctly. Okay? But you see the symbology, right? The central circle would be the sun. And then each of the planets, the outer circles are the orbits of each of the planets, representing it. Not a perfect representation, but you see the point. Now, so as we walk inside, you see Buddha. So the Buddha in Thailand looks different from this Buddha. And I've seen at least 3 or 4 different looking Buddhas. So you guys remember Buddha is the Savior, the risen Savior. When the zodiacal age was Gemini. Okay, this last past zodiacal age of Gemini, Buddha was the Savior, the risen Savior. Okay, now take a look up. Y'all see the yellow and gold representing the sun. Okay, and notice that on each corner, there looks like, at least from my vantage point, that looks like some type of I don't know if it's a flame or an animal. If it's an animal, it would be the 4 living creatures, right? From Ezekiel and Revelation. The bull, Taurus. And by the way, I'm going to do a video about Hiram Abiff and Taurus. So it would be, of course, the bull Taurus, Leo the lion, the eagle Scorpio, and then the man Aquarius. Okay, so so this is what that structure looks like from the other side. And I absolutely love the architecture, the red and the gold. So in Thailand, you'll see very similar. And y'all see the gold projections. These are flames of fire. See, the sun is said to be the great fire. So in Zoroastrianism, they were worshiping fire as they have it in the mythology. Of course, I don't believe that. They were observing the sun, right? These were our ancestors, and they observed not just the sun, but all of the stars in terms of studying them and learning their effects on nature. So let's go inside this enclosure. So now this is looks like you see two different Buddhas, right? Y'all see the Buddha sitting down, which is the one most people know in North America. And then there's the Buddha standing up here. He has a very familiar looking face. I'm trying to remember the name of the person I know who looks like that. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at this chariot. So the moon and the sun are said to have traveled through space on a chariot being pulled by horses, right? So let's take a look at this wheel, the wheel of life, or the zodiac. So let's count the number of I guess spokes, the number of spokes in the wheel. I'm counting 12. Let me see, 1, 2. Let me see if I can. I got books in my hand. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can sit my books down for a second. So let's count them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yes, 12. So 12 zodiac signs. So the wheel, the circular portion, this is the Maserat. Okay, that's the Maserat. So the wheel itself is the Maserat. The spokes in the wheel, that's the 12 zodiac signs, or the disc Ipos. Y'all see that there are 12 disc Ipos, 12 disciples. Does everyone see it? So here's the sun, the disc, and the Ipos, 12 disciples. In the Gospels, Jesus had 12 disciples. Everybody see that? Of course, the sun here. Okay, and I would imagine, I'm not going to count these, but y'all see these lines? These are the degrees. So it should be 360 degrees. Okay? 360 degrees. This right here, this is the, let's say, the summer solstice going down to the winter solstice. All right? And then the spring equinox, the fall equinox. Jesus gets crucified when the sun passes below here, the ecliptic. All right? Now, let's look at the Tau. The Tau would be the X. Y'all remember? So here we're looking at the X, the Tau. The Phoenician Hebrew, the last letter of the alphabet. So, I wish these were numbered. I don't want to. So, if this is, well, let me just say this. If this is the summer solstice and we go backwards, well, let's see, the winter solstice. So let's say this is Aries here. This is Taurus. Okay, so this would be the cardinal sign, the fixed sign, okay, the mutable sign, then the next season. That's how that works. Okay, y'all? So that's very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Look at this building here, this structure here. Okay, so you see it's all flames. It's all the sun, the central sun. And this is actually a beautiful piece of art. How many, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are flags. So those are flags. Kingdom of Cambodia. Looks like a drum. Hold on. So let's continue. Let's continue checking it out. Let's see what we can see. So these are all Buddhas. And it's interesting, I know I've said this 2 or 3 times already, but the Buddhas in Thailand and the Buddhas in the Philippines can be different, and not always. So I'm walking up the steps. Let's see. Y'all can see the angle of these steps are quite steep. So I don't know if they'll let me inside the temple, but I'm going to attempt to go in. Let's see what happens. All right. Hold on. So let me see if they'll let me, if anyone. Ah, it's like a little museum here. I really like this Chinese or Asian style furniture. So the dragon might be the dragon constellation, right? That's also mentioned in the Bible. Right? The great dragon that hurled down, what is it, a third of the stars in heaven. Okay. So let's see. I hope y'all like what you're seeing. It's very cultural, right? Good cultural experience here. So remember, all religions follow the same template. They all follow the same template. Okay, and what's interesting about Buddhism is that they have the same iconography, the same icons encased in the same type of casing that you find in the Catholic Church. All right, y'all. So there we see Buddha and 4 statues. So those 4 statues might represent the 4 living creatures or the 4 cherubs that we just mentioned, right, with the central sun. Everybody see that? And then the columns, of course, would be the covenant of work and the covenant of grace, which is the spring equinox and the autumn equinox. Everybody see that? So let's continue. So all of the religions, they follow the same template. It's all of them that have solar deities, the major religions, they are all following the same template, which is astrology, meaning that they have the basic, that the fundamental things or the fundamental doctrines come from astrology. The names might be different, the details might be different, but the fundamentals are exactly the same. So all you need to do is understand astrology and you can understand all of the religions. That's the point, y'all. Okay? Meaning that you'll be able to you'll be able to look at a piece of art, an icon or whatever, and you'll be able to discuss its meaning or the significance of it. So y'all see the flames of fire on the roof, right? The flames of fire, that's the sun. And when we come in close, we see a man here in the center. So is that the risen Savior? These are elephants, right? So is that Buddha, the sun, the Savior during the zodiacal age of Gemini? All right. It's actually very beautiful, right? Okay. It's free to come in here. I didn't have to pay to come in. So I might go back to Thailand. just to do something like this. But there are a lot of megalithic structures in Cambodia that I wish I had time to visit, especially Angkor Wat. So let's see what we can see. Let's take a look here. So I'm in Phnom Penh. So let me go turn around and go back. There we see it. Y'all see the sun on the roof of the building? That's the sun. It reminds me of the sun on the Philippine flag. So there we are, the sun. Y'all see it? That's the sun. Looks like a flower over a flower pot, right? But that's the sun. And those projections outward from the frame of the roof, those are flames of fire. So that's the great central fire. The great central fire. So it's all astrology. All of it is astrology. And when we look at this, we see, take a look at the ground. So this is also astrology. If you look, this is the vertical cross. Okay. If you look this way, this is the Tau. Everybody see that? So summer solstice, winter solstice, spring equinox, fall equinox, the central sun. Do y'all see the X here? The X is the Tau, the four living creatures, right? Those are the fixed signs, which means you are right smack in the middle of summer, of spring, summer, fall, and winter. The bull, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Okay, the bull, the lion, the eagle, and the man. All right, everybody see that? And then this is the outside circle is the border of the it's supposed to be the border of outer space. So that's what's happening with that. Okay. So as you can see, it's purely astrological. So let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think these horizontal circles represent the orbits of the planets, but I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not the exact number, but I think the symbology is representing, see, Buddha, the central sun, and then the planets, but it should be upside down because the closest planet to the sun is Mercury, and it's smaller. But even still, you know, some of the iconography is not going to be perfect. Sometimes they hide it, which might be what they did here, because it's just flips. If you flip it upside down, and then you get the orbits and the planets are in their proper configuration. Y'all see that? All right. So let's continue. But again, Buddha, during the zodiacal age of Gemini, is the central sun, and Pisces, the savior, the central sun, the savior is Jesus. Okay. So let's keep going. And Jesus is born of a virgin. His mother is Mary, because the Catholic Church, now I'm going to say this is my opinion, they start counting time from 5 zodiacal ages ago. Back in, I went over it yesterday in the video. They started counting time from the constellation Virgo. Right? And Jesus is so there's construction going on. So Jesus is not a natural child, meaning Jesus doesn't come from the flesh, but he is the offspring of a celestial Virgo, okay, who's personified as the Virgin Mary, okay? All right, so let's see, anything else? Anything else? Let's see, what else is there? But isn't the roofing on these is beautiful, right? Can you imagine what it must be like to be a roofer installing that roof? That's gotta be dangerous. Anyway, y'all, so we're gonna stop where we started. That's always good. These little structures right here, these are altars, and y'all note that the altar here looks like a hybrid. So that should tell you a lot, right? But these structures like this are all over Thailand. Everywhere you go, they have these. But in Thailand, they look better kept than here. So anyway, y'all, let's end it where we began, at the columns of Boaz and Chachin, the covenant of work and the covenant of grace. All right, the spring equinox and the fall equinox. All right, y'all. Islam to all the Moors and Shalawama. I'll see y'all on the next video. All right. And there's the central sun. The central sun here. The central sun and the orbits of the planets. Okay. Shalawama.